Howdy folks, my name's Ben West. Yeah. Well folks, as I just introduced myself to you, my name is Ben West and I'm from Monticello, Kentucky, and very proudly a Kentuckian, and will be for the rest of my life. Matter of fact, when they go throwing dirt on me, I guarantee it'll be Kentucky soil. Or I'm going to come back and haunt somebody, I don't know. I'm currently living in Nashville, Tennessee, living and working. I work as a machinist welder during the day, and then at night of course I go out and pick my songs and grin for the folks all over Nashville, Tennessee. Been wanting to move down here for quite a long time. Been working toward this dream of getting down here to pursue it for about 15, 16 years now, so it's been a long time in the making. I'm very proud to say that I am currently residing in Nashville, doing what I've been dreaming to do for a long time. So, you know, as I was looking up the information on how to become a contestant, or hopefully become a contestant on Nashville Star, it's talking about putting your video together for submission, and the one thing that stood out to me right quickly was the question, you know, who are you? And I pondered on that for a while because I'm thinking, well, how can I answer that as quickly as possible and still explain to a T who I am? And I guess I'll do it like this. Number one, this hat is no act, and that's the reason I shot this video sitting here in my living room, because as you can see, there's hats all around me. Some of them's hats that I currently wear, and some of them's hats, and most of them's hats that I've wore out over the years. And some folks might find it kind of humorous, but you know, I don't throw them away. I keep them because there's stories underneath the brim of every one of them hats, and quite a few stories underneath a few of them. We'll save that for another time, but you know, I take pride in that. But to go a step further to explain to you who I am, you know, it came across my mind what happened to me a few years back, and I think it would probably quickly describe it better than anything. To make a long story short, I was in a business a few years back and heard what I thought to be a gunshot, and I heard a woman screaming. So I stepped out of the office I was in and could tell it come from down the hall. About got trampled by the people that was running out of there. And you got to understand, these were people that worked with whoever this woman was back there that was getting shot to death. And they turned around and they ran out on her. I couldn't do that, you know. I mean, I felt so sorry for her, so I headed down the hall. You know, I had no idea which room that all this was taking place in, but I headed down the hall slowly, mind you. And after I got about 3/4 way down to the room where it happened at, out steps a fella with a stub-nosed nickel-plated .38. You got to keep in mind that 4 shots is all I heard, and I knew that gun was either a 5 or 6 shot revolver when I seen it. And once again, an attempt to make a long story even shorter. You know, after about the 2nd or 3rd shot, I believe it was, I never heard that woman again. But anyway, when he finally gave the gun up, I walked past him and looked into the room where she lay. Now, I'll never in my life forget what I seen, and I'll never in my life forget how I felt when I heard her screaming and all them people running out on her. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Never. You know, folks, in closing, I'd like to say that through my entire life, I have never once asked for a handout. All I've ever asked for is opportunity. That's all I'm asking for here, is the opportunity to become your next Nashville star. I like the sound of that. Yeah. Well, the first thing I noticed when I pulled up to get the information to be a contestant was every country music singer has a story to tell, and we want to hear yours. So I immediately decided that even though I know hundreds of cover songs that I love singing, I've got a whole bunch that I've wrote, and I decided to go ahead and just do a few of them. Because if I'm going to tell you who I am and tell you my story, I guess I need to say it in my own words. So I'm going to kick it off with one that I wrote called This Hat Ain't No Act. And I wrote this one with a good friend of mine from Texas, Tom Flannery. It goes like this right here. Hope you enjoy. Hey buddy, where'd you park your horse? I said it's right outside. And I said, look friend, I didn't come in here to fight, at least not tonight, so I think I'll just let that one slide. No, you don't know how many times I've heard that very same thing. Unless you're one of my kind, well, then you don't know what a soul hat means to me. So I'll just tell you, hoss, we 8 seconds of trying. We mended fences in the pouring rain. And on the day my best friend died, it helped me hide all my pain. It kept the sun out of my eyes on that Sunday afternoon when I said I do, yeah. So let's just leave it at that. No, this old hat of mine ain't no act. That's a fact. Yeah, it looks a little worn out, but that makes it fit just right. Every crease and whiskey den tells a story of my life. It's like a map of where I've been, all the good times and the bad. And when it comes to friends, my friend, well, this old hat is the best friend I've ever had. Yeah, it's 8 seconds of trying. We mended fences in the pouring rain. And on the day my mama died, it helped me hide all my pain. It kept the sun out of my eyes on that Sunday afternoon when I said I do, yeah. So let's just leave it at that. No, this old hat of mine ain't no act. Listen up, y'all. Well now, I know there's gonna come that day when the good Lord calls me home, yeah. I'll take it off when I shake his hand. I'll dust it off and put it right back on. 8 seconds of trying. We've mended fences in the pouring rain. And on that day my sweet granny died. It helped me hide all my pain. It kept the sun out of my eyes on that Sunday afternoon when I said I do, yeah. So let's just leave it at that. No, this old hat of mine ain't no act. No, this old hat of mine, it ain't no act. Look around me, y'all. It's a fact. Heard, hey Tex, where'd you park your horse? I just simply aimed for his left eye.